Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the launch of Burning Issues, the Global State of Tobacco Harm Reduction 2020. My name is Ruth Goldsmith, and I'll be your host for this first session today. On behalf of my colleagues from Knowledge Action Change and our co-hosts for this event, THR Malawi, I'd like to thank you for joining us, whether you're here with us live or joining us afterwards on playback. With safer nicotine products, tobacco harm reduction offers new choices to millions of people who want to switch away from smoking but have been unable to with the options available to them previously. The Global State of Tobacco Harm Reduction, or GSTHR, is a unique project established to map the availability and use of safer nicotine products around the world, as well as the regulatory responses to them. Through our biennial reports and data-rich website, the GSTHR documents the progress and public health potential of tobacco harm reduction. Because even before the COVID-19 pandemic hit, the world had been witnessing a global public health crisis every day for decades. Over 8 million smoking-related deaths a year, a projected billion deaths by the end of this century. 2 years ago, the GSTHR published our first report, No Fire, No Smoke. To say a lot has happened since in the world and in the tobacco harm reduction field would be something of an understatement. And so here we are in 2020 with the second in the series, Burning Issues. We're looking at what's got better, what's got worse, and what's remained frustratingly exactly the same. This is not quite how we imagined this launch, but we've got a great lineup of speakers for you, and going online does have its advantages. You are part of an audience of more than 500 people who've registered to watch from across the world. Just before we get started, a quick note on our conference platform. Look to the left-hand side of your screen if you're on a computer, or at the top if you're watching on a mobile device. You can open our audience chat feature with the chat button. Q&A is where you will pose your questions for our speakers. Click Program to see who's coming up next, and check who else is online with the viewers option. Please use the thumbs up option to upvote your favourite questions for speakers. If you're on Twitter, follow us at Global State THR and join the conversation using #BurningIssues. I will host our first panel in just a moment on the context and importance of tobacco harm reduction for global health. At 11:45 GMT, Dom Garrett will host the second panel on current challenges for THR. And then in our third session from 1:30 GMT this afternoon, Jerry Stimpson and Harry Shapiro and other members of the GSTHR team will take a closer look at the findings of the report and the new version of our website, also launching today. In fact, Burning Issues is now online at gsthr.org. It's there for you to download whenever you're ready. So, turning now then to our first session, I'm delighted to welcome 5 great speakers. Professor David Nutt, Fiona Patton MP, Chimwemwe Ngoma, Dr. Marina Foltea, and Martin Cullett. David Nutt, our first speaker, is the Edmund J. Safra Professor of Neuropsychopharmacology at Imperial College London. He's also the founder of Drug Science, a leading independent scientific body on drugs here in the UK. In 2013, he won the John Maddox Prize for standing up for science. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, Professor Nutt has to leave just after his presentation. I have persuaded him to answer just a few questions directly afterwards. So please get typing during his slides. David, good morning, welcome. It's over to you.